Oh, sole mio, da 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 da. Oh, sole mio, lo lo do do. Da 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 da. Oh, sole mio. That's the only words I know. Hello, everybody. Sirwalterj Jones Show. I'm here. It is a midday connection. Baby. How y'all is? Come on in. The water's fine. It's still fine. Still fine. Hey, let's talk about a word, shall we, boys and girls? The word is double standard. How you spell that? D-O-U-B-L-E, sometimes a dash, standard. S-T-A-N-D, standard. Double standard. Hey, Tommy, do black folks have double standards? Can we prove it today? Whether you do or whether you do not. Snoop to the dog of the dog is a very threatening young man. Yeah, he got his mind on his money and his money on his mind. Erica, as we know, Gayle King asked some inappropriate questions to Leslie about the great Kobe Bryant, God rest his soul. And all of the rappers came after Gayle. All of us, everybody came after Gayle. Everybody. Some white folks did too. We don't see their videos because they ain't that crazy. Oh, but Snoop to the dog of the diggity dude, he threatened Gayle. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Snoop threatened Gayle. We should call his new name is Snoop Threatened Gayle. That's his new name. Snoop threatened Gayle, born 1971. Okay, and I look at the video, and I thought to myself, wait a minute, hold the fort, hold it, Tracy, hold it. This Snoop did not. He just threatened the girl. Y'all, this is a children's show, so I really shouldn't be playing the Snoop to the dog of the when he threatened that girl. But Snoop threatened Gayle King, and y'all celebrated it. Yes, y'all did. Let's see, Snoop Dogg, Gayle King. See, I type in Snoop in the search bar on YouTube, and it looked like everybody else said the same thing. Said that, okay, here it is. I shouldn't play this, but doggone it. Listen.
Out of pocket for that shit.
See? Ooh.
Way out of. What do you gain from that? I swear to God, we the worst. We the fucking worst.
Uh-oh.
We expect more from you, Gayle. Don't you hang out with Oprah? Why y'all attacking us? We your people. You ain't coming after fucking Harvey Weinstein asking them dumbass questions. I get sick of y'all. I want to call you one. Is it okay if I call him one? Funky dog head bitch. How dare you try to tarnish my motherfucking homeboy's reputation, punk motherfucker. Respect the family and back off, bitch, before we come get you.
Yeah. Okay. The Bible of Love. Snoop and the Bible of Love. How many times I got to remind you people who was running after Snoop's underwear? Huh? How many times I got, huh? 6,000 people like this. Adrian. 6,000 people hit the like button, and it was seen by 200,000. 6,000 people loved it. And I bet you 99% of those are black folks. The Bible of Love. The Bible of Love. You see what's happening? When y'all let these rappers into your churches because they sing the songs of your grandmama and y'all began to worship these. Remember the Snoop controversy 2 years ago? Remember how y'all just went crazy? Oh, holy Snoop. Snoop is the holiest man I know. Y'all stop. Don't talk about Snoop because he done changed his life. He done altered his hemisphere. He done altered all of his. He loves Jesus because he's singing the songs of Jesus to the Christ. And then after that thing kind of calmed down, he went back to saying, my beat, I can't even say the word. What did they say about Felicia? Who's so mad? Who? Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all loved it. You can't trust these people who come from the outside in here and they sing a Christian song and then y'all say, see, we love them. See, Jesus. What's that movie? Color Purple. The sinners have souls too, Daddy. I don't agree with what he said. He said it out of anger. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. And he called that girl the B-I-T-C-H, and y'all said, that's it, Snoop. Yeah, Snoop. Yes, you did. You applauded him. Then he was on the Ricky Smiley show this morning, or was it this morning? And all of Ricky and his cohorts were like, that's right, Snoop. We love you, Snoop. You my boy, and all this stuff. And he was just calling her all kind of bees. Yet, if that was your mama, or your sister, or your wife, you would have went off. If Snoop was a white rapper, listen to my words. If Snoop was the white rapper, what's the white rapper name? What's his name? If he was a white rapper and said the same thing, this conversation would be totally different. But y'all let this naked say that to Gayle. It doesn't justify what Gayle did whatsoever. And Natasha said, I ain't listening to that. No. I can't believe y'all. I can't believe y'all. Yeah, Cindy said, but he's not white. If he was white, you would not have allowed it. But because he's black, thank you, Eminem, Latoya. Because he's black, y'all give him a green light. How double standard are y'all? How ignorant are you black people? And see, y'all are perpetuators of this messology. And that's why I talked about racism yesterday. Y'all are so stupid that y'all allow the inward, this is implosion in the African American community. We are the ones who eat our own. That's how stupid you are. You are the ones you eat. Yeah, I'm saying stupid because I'm righteously indignant. You're eating your own. And then you celebrate the eating of your own. Stupid. 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 Okay, now what? Now watch this. Watch this double standard. I know y'all gonna go in the inbox and tell me don't call nobody stupid. I ain't said no names. So I'm calling, if the shoe fits, you stupid. 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 Okay, now watch this. Now check this out. This is another stupidity right here. This is y'all. This is y'all's auntie, and this is y'all's niece. This y'all's niece.
These siblings are furious. Their brother, who police say was an armed robber, was gunned down by a store clerk. The pair acknowledges that he was wrong for Roosevelt Rapley to try and rob the Dollar General on North Gettysburg Avenue, but they say the clerk shouldn't have had a gun at work. Rochelle and Juwan Rapley say their younger brother, Roosevelt Rapley, was the second of 10 siblings killed by gunfire.
I still don't believe it. At the end of the day, I don't believe my brother is dead. It ain't kicked in.
And they're furious about how it happened.
At the end of the day, that's not right.
Police say a Dollar General clerk shot and killed 23-year-old Roosevelt, who showed a gun and demanded cash Wednesday.
Witnesses indicated that the weapon was brandished and pointed at employees.
The siblings recognize their brother's wrongdoing.
He got some responsibility, but not all.
But they say that still doesn't warrant the clerk's actions.
Right and wrong is wrong. That was wrong for that clerk to shoot my brother in the chest. Yes, he's robbing y'all. Oh, well. Call the police. That's what y'all supposed to do. Y'all not supposed to take matters in your own hands. If that's the case, I don't take matters in my own hands.
Police say the clerk was legally allowed to have the gun. Meanwhile, officers are looking into the possibility Rapley may have been involved in several other commercial robberies.
In your own hands.
Ain't that? Did y'all hear that story? Okay. They little brother go into the store and garners a gun and pointed at the clerk and said, "Give me your money." The clerk pulled out a weapon that she said he shouldn't have brought to work. And then the clerk shoot the boy in the chest and kill him. So the family's like, "Hey, okay, he's robbing y'all, all right. Okay, so he got a gun. Okay, so he's pointing it at you. So what? It ain't all his fault. You should not have shot my son dead. All right, my brother dead." And then the news is like having a great time with this. You know, the white media, they was like, "Woo, we got to air this real quick, okay?" And then they say that this boy probably was the one who was robbing everybody in the neighborhood. So the clerk did the whole neighborhood a justice. They should give that clerk a key to the city. And the family's like, you shouldn't have killed him though. Shouldn't have shot him. You don't take matters in your own hand. You pick up the phone while the gun is pointing at you, and you call the police. Black folks, black to the blickety black. That's y'all. That's y'all. If you're gonna bring a gun to a fight, to a knife fight, you better use it. You better use, or is it a knife to a gunfight? All right. Anyway, if you bring a gun, I suggest you, if you're gonna pull it out, get ready to use it or be used. Y'all some of the most silly. I'm gonna be rebuked for this show. I'm gonna be rebuked. My mama gonna rebuke me. I know she is. She gonna rebuke me for this show because I called some of y'all stupid. She said he had no business with a gun at work. Right. And that video was over a year old, but it speaks to our double standards. It's embarrassing. It resurfaced. When I looked at the date, it resurfaced. But this stuff is playing out in our neighborhoods all the time. It's playing out in our churches all the freaking time. It's playing out in your families all the time. Double standard. Black women got a double standard, black men got a double standard, and black people at large got a double standard. This is all about black folk today. Don't bring up white folk this, white folk that, white folk this, white. That was yesterday's show. I talked about racism in America yesterday. You ain't show up. So don't be tiptoeing through the tulips with different subject matters. That was last night's show. Go on YouTube and Facebook, and there it is. Racism, okay? I asked the question, can black folks be racist? And the answer is emphatically no. You cannot be a racist because you don't have the power to be a racist. But you can be a bigot. You can be prejudiced. Yes, you can, okay? You can discriminate against certain people because of their color or class or religion or financial stability and what have you. Yes, but you cannot be a racist. So that was yesterday's show, and I talk about white folks. Today I'm talking about you black folks. Black folks. Have you and Larry Reed been talking? You both doing this. Really? Is he talking about that too? Larry Reed, stop copying me, man. Get on my nerves. Allegedly. All right, so listen. You Snoop Dogg lovers. That man threatened. He threatened Gayle King, and y'all celebrated it. Who else? This other brother's coming on. What he saying? Why
the fuck would you ask some shit like that?
Oh, here we go again.
I don't give a fuck who friend it is. I don't give a fuck she can Obama. Why the fuck would you do something like that? Why would you do that to your people? You know what people going through, right? Why would you ask a fucking question like that, trying to tarnish somebody's image? You do that to your own black people. You say it. I'm finna fire your ass up. You sad, bro. People be talking, black people need to stop fucking trying to hurt black people for success. It's all the reason you ask that fucking shit for, to get your fucking numbers up. Give a fuck who you can to.
Oh, that was interesting. Such poetry, such muse, such wonderful license. It just, other words, it just flows in my. Ladies, are y'all hot yet? The romance that comes out of these rappers' mouths. Oh, the black men just know how to lovely speak of their anger and righteous indignation by using one word. And see, when you use that one F word, that means I'm serious now. Oh, I'm getting ready to fire you up. Use that one word, that means I'm getting ready to destroy everybody with this one word. If her employer allowed her to carry a firearm at work, then she's well within her right to defend herself against the goofball. Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Mario, that was great. That was great. That's what I said. I said Snoop should have left the threat off his commentary. Yeah. Yep. It's okay to comment. I did a commentary on it 2 days ago. Yeah, I wasn't threatening. Sure wasn't. Just the language, Tommy. Oh, so much color in the language. I'm about to fire you up. See, now what does fire you up mean? To somebody who may not understand that, young man, fire you up could be a threatening thing. And in a court of law, he probably would be charged with a crime, with an assault, with the attempt, okay, with a threat, all right, with an idle threat or whatever they call it, okay? That's a crime right there. I'm going to fire you up. And Snoop, too. Yeah, y'all are trying to support this mess. And I can't believe that the women on here, I see some of the women on here saying, nah, I disagree with you. That's the problem. The sisterhood is freaking broken. Carmen Davis says, did anyone research who actually brought up Kobe's past? Why do we need to research when we watch the video? We watch her bring it up. And then she come with this sorry apology talking about some, y'all didn't watch the whole interview. Did we have to watch the whole interview to see that it was never appropriate at any time to bring that up? At any time? Really? Hey, black woman, can y'all stop? See, this is why I'm always on my daughter about this. I'm always on y'all about this mess. Several people have, and some have been fired from their public jobs, Tamara says. I'm always on these you black sisters about this. Y'all let these black men just say and do whatever. They can be so abusive to you. And they don't have to be abusive physically, but they're abusive with their mouths. And y'all just, I don't know what it is. Do y'all really need a man that bad? Huh? Do you really need a man that bad to let him continue to abuse you with his mouth? Huh? It's so sad. And this is what our grandparents went through too. When Pookie got drunk and he'd come from the bar and he come home, he drunk and he beat on your grandmama or your mama, what have you. And then she called the police and then they take him down there and then she go down there and bail him out. This has been going on for 100 years. Why? Because y'all are part of the problem, and you keep talking about what the white man doing and systematic this and all this stuff, and overt and covert racism and district. But within the body, within your own neighborhood, and you killing your own self, you eating your own young. Okay, let's stop making excuses for Gayle and Snoop. That's what's going on. I can't believe it. We're making excuses for stupidity and ignorance. This is the problem. You can't come out of the muck and mire because of this mess. Sad. Sad. It's sad. Sisters, I'm talking to you. Y'all applauding this mess. 6,000 people liked what Snoop said and that other rapper. 6,000. That's only on this guy's wall. Speed Hustle YouTube channel. There's several channels where people was loving it. And when I did my show on this whole Gayle thing, I never brought up Snoop. I ain't bring it up. I didn't want to bring it up. I didn't want to play the video. I didn't want to. I just didn't want to do it. It didn't work on my platform. But today I had to play it because I needed some of y'all who may not have seen it. I don't know who haven't seen it yet. I want y'all to hear how ridiculous it is for you to applaud the Bible of Love man. Y'all were applauding. Y'all were loving this Bible of Love man. All right, he came in the neighborhood. He took y'all's money. He took y'all's mind. All right, and he took the ratings. Even the Stellar Award and made his thing #1. Why? Because y'all was in droves saying, "Oh, Snoop is the man," and all these other people who've been struggling in the music industry, in the gospel music industry. These people who've been trying to get a leg up. They're trying to sing in your church. They're the ones they saved. They sanctified. They Holy Ghost filled. 5 baptized. Got 1 wife. Okay, never cheated on. All right, been faithful and given to the neighborhoods, what have you. They just wanted a leg up, and y'all like, nah, you ain't got the name. You ain't got the. Snoop comes in. Hey, bring Snoop in. Yeah, let Snoop do what he do, and that's the same thing y'all did with Kanye to the West. All right, and then what they do as soon as they get upset, they don't know how to control their mouth, and then they start doing something threatening. And you black folks. You love Pied Pipers. You love the Pied Pipers. You are so weak. You are so weak that you don't. That's why they always know how to get you to do what they need to do. That's why racism will always be prominent in America, because you are tearing up your own selves. You doing this. You are the problem. Stop blaming these other folks. Stop blaming white folks for the problems of America. You the problem of your own. You're too emotional. We need to get a grip and seek professional help. We are so raw, emotional, and I get it, but we can't come up with this continuous albatross around our necks. We take it into our places of work, our churches, and around our children. We have to do better, Amber. We got to do better. It's a shame. What's wrong with you, women and men? He did a good interview with Ricky Smalls. Jackie, yeah, I mentioned Ricky Smiley's interview today. I would have told Rick, if I was Ricky and that was Snoop on my show, I would have said, bro, you didn't have to threaten it like that. You didn't have to use those kind of words. You didn't have to do that. But no, Ricky wasn't gonna do that because that's his boy. It's a shame. When my ex went to jail for putting his hands on me, his father asked me to bail him out, and I said, I will not. And guess what? Tam says, I did not. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. I never listened to his album either, Jackie Garner. I listened to the album, okay? Because I listened to all different styles of music, and I thought the album was pretty good. The album was pretty good. Well, anybody can emulate the sound of Christians. Anybody can emulate the sound of Christians, and it could sound good. But I wasn't falling for the rope-a-dope. Because I listened to R&B as well, and classical music, and bluegrass, and country. Okay, I listened to all styles of music, Jamaican, and of course praise and worship. I listened to all kinds of music, but I choose the kind of lyric form that comes in my car or in my office, in my ears. Right, I choose a different. All right, I listen to Motown. I listen to old school. I listen to rock and roll. I listen to all of that. I'm a lover of all music. I love all styles, depending on what the lyric form is saying and the melody line is doing for me. So I choose. I have blockers. Okay, I guard my ear gates. My eye gates, and my nose gate, and my mouth gate. I guard the gates, and I let some things in, and I block other things out. So I listened to Snoop's album. It was a good album. Believe me, some songs I didn't like, but a lot of it was really good. It was much better than Kanye West's album. I heard it, and I said, this is pure, I don't know what this is, but it's not my style. I was not into that style. I didn't know what was going on, okay, in the whole, but I gave all of them an opportunity. All of them, I gave them an opportunity. And then I said, okay, I'm done with the opportunity. I gave you all opportunity so I could talk about it. That's all. But to worship the man, Snoop, to worship the man, Kanye, that's what y'all are doing. You're worshiping these people. And it didn't start with Snoop or Kanye. It goes all the way back to Elvis Presley when he decided to do a gospel album. It worked with the white folks as well. With Al Green, did he turn and went? And good golly, Miss Marty and Tutti Frutti, when he decided to go into the gospel arena, okay? All these people, and Mace, and Ron DMC, what's his name? And all these people, all right, the same thing. I didn't worship these men. Their music was pretty decent. I listened to the music. I said, okay, that's good. That's good. Anybody can emulate us. Okay? I definitely think that the retaliatory comments could have been so much better. No one thinks about how their own comments can be disrespectful to women or just degrading to our people, period. Is this how you resolve conflict or disagreement? I don't agree with how they said it. The upset is understandable, but not the comeback. And yep, Tanya T. Wells, that's it. I'm with you. 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 Listen, y'all can disagree with, not you, Tanya, but I see somebody else over here trying to disagree with me. I don't care. I was waiting on you to cover this. I'm going to have to rewind. Tanil, I think, and you put up a post. And smart. Tanil, you're brilliant. You put up that post and you asked a simple question. What was that really what he did? And y'all, is it okay to celebrate what Snoop did? I saw your post. I said, that girl, Vansha, when you say Snoop had a great album, but when all's said and done, like you, I'm a very lyrical person and I believe in blocking as well, but I don't idolize anyone. And yes, that's where we fail to draw the line. Stop idolizing these people. And Carmen says, I'm a Kobe fanatic. I called that girl in Colorado an opportunist when it happened. So did her friends. My point has been that Felicia Summers and Ari Shafar, I don't know these people, haven't gotten the hate from black folks that Gayle is receiving. Yeah, Carmen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't keep up with all of this stuff. I'm not into all of that stuff. I just not. Yeah, and y'all have to forgive me. I like to pay attention to finance and the stock market and political science and religion and things. I'm just not into the scandals of ball players and the scandals of rappers. I don't watch entertainment news. Okay, and Entertainment Tonight and all that, and I don't, and BET. Just forgive me, okay, if I'm not black enough, but I just don't put that garbage in me. All right, so I have to talk about it because my kids are talking about it, because y'all are talking about it. So when I see everybody talking about it, I've got to help the black folks, okay? So I'm a preacher. I'm a man of God, okay? I'm an influencer, and I can't ignore it. When it becomes a problem within the community, I can't ignore it. But I don't follow, Olivia Pope and Empire and Basketball Wives and all these Love and Basketball, Love and Hip. I don't know. I don't watch all that. I don't watch any of it because I just consider it just pure garbage to me. But if my people are watching it and it's influencing them, then I must talk about it. Unlike some of these country bumpkin pastors who don't ever bring up these things. They say, I don't want to fool with it. Let's just sing Kumbaya. Now you in the wrong, because how you gonna be a pastor and you got all these different levels of generations in your church? It's not your church, but you know what I mean by that. And you can't address what they're going through at home. That's why I think that it's important that preachers study psychology and sociology and political science and things like that, especially finance, and study some law and study some medicine. Okay, you should study all that if you're going to be a pastor. And there's a flock of people in there who got a plethora of issues dealing with all kind of stuff, and you just want to just grab your Bible and let's sing Kumbaya, my Lord. Now turn to the 3 Hebrew boys. And the 3 Hebrew boys. Shadrach, Meshach, and a bad Negro. Got locked in the fire to the furnace. Oh, Lord, and that's it. That's all you got? That's it? That's it. Really? That's all you got? Okay? You can't talk about nothing socially going on in my house? Nothing? At least call somebody. Call Tyrone. All right? Get a professional in there and a licensed person and have them come in there and talk to your church, because apparently you ain't feeding the flock. You ain't. So this is why I bring this stuff up, because my folk are perishing for the lack of knowledge. So I say, okay, let me find out what happened to Kobe and this whole sexual thing, because This was happening back in 2003 or something like that. I wasn't paying attention to that stuff. I was too focused on building up generational wealth for my family. I went into that stuff. That was Kobe's fight with the court, with that woman, with his wife, and with God. That was not my fight. That was not my fight. So I left it. I ignored it. I'm like, Kobe in trouble. God help him. Whatever happened, God pray. And they say, well, he bought a ring for his wife, big old expensive rings. And that was a way for him to apologize. I'm like, okay, listen, that's Kobe's house. Whatever's happening, let Kobe be Kobe. And let God be God, okay? And y'all figure that out. But as far as me and my house, I'm trying to raise my children. But y'all got so nosy. Y'all so nosy. You nosy. And Gayle is part of the nose, Sir Nose, okay? And she wanted to bring that stuff back, and y'all were like, oh, no, all right? That's why. Because black folk, you too nosy. What you say, Felicia Gomez, I don't know what her name is, brought up Colorado 2 hours after we heard about the crash, and comedian Ari, whoever this person is, said it was a great effing day that a rapist died. Well, see, I don't know, Carmen. See, you bring up stuff. I don't know these people. I don't want to know them people. I don't want to know them. I don't want to know them. People come to my show to hear about good things, whatsoever things that are just and good, okay, and honest. The Bible says, think on these things. Think on these great and wonderful things. So even when a tyrant, or when an enemy, or even a hero, when they die, then we should focus on the people who are alive, not the dead. Focus on the living. When I preach for funerals, when I do eulogies, I don't spend a whole lot of time talking about the dastardly deeds of the dead. All right? I talk about you who are alive right now. You who are alive. Let me talk to you, because this person that's dead can't hear me. I can tell you his story. I can tell you the good things that he did in life. Yes, I'll do that. I'll spend a good amount of time talking about how the Lord blessed us through the life of this person. Yes, I did that when my recipient of my kidney died. All right, and I'm gonna put that video. I did his eulogy, and I'll put the video up really soon. And I talk about his life, the greatness of his story. But then when I got through, I talked about the living. It's all about the living. It's all about the living. So black women, stop letting these men abuse you. Get my book, and it might help you. The 4 Women That Men Desire. The 4 Women That Men Desire by Sirwalterj. I know it's backwards. That's Facebook. All right. Get the book, and you will find yourself in here. Gayle in here. Gayle, right here. Here's Gayle right here on this chapter. You in here too. Your mama and your auntie is in this book. Go on Amazon.com and I'll autograph it for you if you want me to. All right, it's sad. It's sad. Don't fall for the rope, but don't do it. Don't fall for the tail in the banana in the tailpipe. Stop it. Snoop's attack has this woman too scared to leave her home. I don't think it should have come to that. Thank you, Antonio Bruce. It's sad. It's sad. The Bible of love. I can't believe this. I know Gayle will never leave this. Live this now. Okay, and people are influenced by these men. They're influenced. And then y'all talk about Donald Trump and the Republican Party and all this stuff. Whenever Donald Trump would go to his rallies, he allowed them to beat up people. And he says, all right, beat this person up, and I'll pay your legal fees. So Donald Trump single-handedly caused people to white supremacists to come out. The Jews will not replace us. The Jews will not replace us. Okay? And they had their little tiki lamps in there. The Jews will not replace us. The Jews. Okay? This dumb, stupid white supremacists. Okay? And they out there. And then they wind up running over a woman and killing her. Why? Because one man, Donald Trump, said, beat the out of those people, beat the hell out of them, okay? And I'll pay your legal fees. And they went crazy all over America, and anti-Semitic reports and hate crimes went up. The FBI says it has been higher now than it has been since the 1960s because of Donald Trump. That's what's happening here. When you follow somebody like that for so long and you love and adore everything they say, Snoop could say, go kill this man. And trust me, you don't think that some people going to want to go kill somebody? Why? Stupid. Then what does Snoop do? Then in the morning he go cooking. He got a cooking show with that white woman. What's her name? What's that white woman name? He got the cooking show. He had that cooking eggs and bacon and playing and fun white folk. White folk really love him, and he just having a great time with the white woman cooking. And then when he get through making white America love him, then at night he's threatening Gayle King with these words. And y'all are following it, and 6,000 of y'all said, go ahead, Snoop, I love you. Yeah, Gayle, you a mother, boop, boop. You a effing, boop, boop, boop. You a B.I.T. boop, boop, boop. Yeah, Martha Stewart. Can't y'all see how they got y'all by the, they got y'all. And y'all keep falling for this mess. That's why I keep saying stupid. Go to the dictionary. Like yesterday, I mentioned the word racism, and my white friends pulled up dictionary.com. The word racism. They pull up the word racism. See, that's what it means. That means everybody can be racist. Pull up the word stupid. I wanted to tell them so bad. Listen, you found racism in dictionary.com, and you think everybody can be racist? Yes. Okay. Now find the word stupid. Find it and put it on the wall, all right? Find the word stupid. Get on my nerves. All we can do is educate the masses on the platforms that we have, and prayerfully some will listen to us. Maybe they will catch the fire and share the good news, right news, and encouragement. Come on. The other thing is we have to diligently educate these young people to be strong and stand for right no matter what others think. Come on, Tanya T. Wells. Tanya T. to the Wells. Come on, this is the Tanya T. Sirwalterj Jones show. Victoria Dubois, good to see you. Listen, I'm going to say this and close this down before Amber give me how long I've been on here. I don't know how long I've been on here. Okay, here's the thing. Me and my daughter, Rebecca Olivia Jones, sat right here in my office, and for 2 hours straight, I was telling her about wealth transfer. And she sat there. Just was marveled by all of the words that was coming out of my mouth. She had never heard these words before. And I know there were some things I had to tell her that she had never known. I told my daughter, Rebecca, I said, listen, you sit right here, get you a pad. And I said, here's a pen. I gave her a whole choice. I said, here's some pens, okay? Uninterrupted. I don't want you answering your phone or nothing. Sit right there and let me tell you how it works. Let me tell you how Daddy make his money. All right? And she sat there. And she just looked me in my eye. And for 2 hours straight, I taught her generational wealth. I told her, go all the way back to your great-grandfather. Amber said too late, okay? Go back to your great-grandfather, and here's how your great-grandfather made his wealth, all right? Military man, and then he passed it down to the baby boomer, which is your grandfather right now. And then he passed that knowledge down, and African Americans became wealthy through real estate. The reason why they burned down Black Wall Street is because white folks were threatened by black people who were coming up. They were threatened by black people because they were coming up. And look at history. Whenever white folks try to burn down a city that black people live in or a town, it's only because it's really two reasons. Number one, the main reason is because they see black people coming up. The second reason is because a white woman said that a black man either whistled at her or touched her or looked at her funny. Those are the two reasons why white people burn down black cities. Yes. You used to let, I know. yeah, come on. Oh, so now I'm teaching history. Seeking didn't like what I was saying earlier. All right. So, I said, now, baby girl, now your grandfather is a property owner. We moved on the west side, and there was all white folks there in the 60s. I was the first baby to move on the block. And white folks saw us moving in, and they began to do what's called white flight. I asked her, what is white flight? And she told me what it was. I said, yes. And then what they wanted to do was they wanted to offer my father the property. And my father said, yes. My father was a carpenter. And he's great at it because his father passed that down to him. I said, are you listening, baby girl? She says, I'm listening. I said, so what your daddy, your grandfather started doing, he started buying up property. So he bought this piece of land, then he bought this property, and then this white man wanted to sell, so he bought that property, then he bought that one, and then he went across the street, and then he bought that property, and he started buying up all this land over there on the west side. And right now, to this day, he still owns that land. And then he moved his sons into that property. That is generational wealth, daughter. Do you understand? She said, yes, I understand. I said, so they began. I said, every generation must pass down this wealth knowledge to the next generation so that they can continue the name. Come on, Tanya. Come on. The main reason Walter Jones is because of hatred and fear of the black man rising. Yes, Keith Scott, that's it. Fear. That's it. I said it. Fear of rising up. And taking over. So you're right, Keith. You're right. You are so right, Keith. Good to see you, by the way. So I said, now, baby girl, I'm Generation X, and now it's my time to pass down wealth to you. It's a wealth transferring time. I'm in my 50s now, and now it's time. Here's our talk. I had this talk with your brother, and you're 26 now. It's time for me to have this talk with you. I said, let's go. Get to writing. Here's how I make my money. And I told her all the things I went through with her mom and raising her and the struggle and the issues that I had. All right. And I told her, okay, now here's where I am right now. All right. I've suffered. I've gone through stuff, and I worked for people, and I've always believed in making sure that I work for black people. It's not that I'm against white folks, but I believe that I can help build up a type of black Wall Street by helping other black businesses thrive. So I got hired at a black CPA firm. I was a rare breed. This had never happened in my family. All right, and I was working for a certified public accounting firm downtown Chicago, amongst all in financial district on LaSalle Avenue in Chicago. All right, where the Board of Trade is. Me, a young man, just young, 20 years old, just got married, fresh out of business school, and here I am going to work every day at a prestigious black firm. All right, I was loving my job, going to work every day, and then I worked there for a couple of years, and then I got offered a job at a African American construction company, and I took it. They was paying $5,000 more. No, almost $10,000 more. And then I said, baby girl, I started working for an African American construction company, and I was an accountant. Then I moved up. And then I said, baby girl, you know what I did? She said, what? I said, I called my brothers and hired my brothers. I hired my brother Rodney and my brother David Dwayne, who were carpenters. And I hired them and brought them in, and I was paying them to work for the company. I wore a suit every day. I said, this is generational wealth. All right? I said, and then I went on from there to learn the school of hard knocks. I had some hard times. You know, and then I said, then I decided to work for myself. I told God in 1997, I'll never punch a clock ever again. I walked off my job. I said, I'll never return again. God, if you just help me be independent and help my people, I promise you, I'll never work for another man ever again. No. And I said, baby girl, I refuse for you and your brother to ever work for another man or woman. You will never. After this job that you got right now, 1 year, I give you 1 year on that job. And from this day to today, in 2021, you will have walked off that job, or you will walk off today, 1 year from now, because you'll be walking into your own business 1 year from now. So you understand that, daughter? She says, that's my plan, Daddy. That's my plan. And then so she drew up her plan on this. I ain't showing y'all, but she drew up her plan on this little raggedy piece of paper here. She had it drawn up weeks ago. She walked in my office. She said, Daddy, here's my business plan. I said, what? She said, yeah, here it is. And I looked at that thing, and I started tearing up. I said, my baby, that's it. I said, baby girl, you and I are going to make sure that we, both of us, tackle this plan, and it's going to come into fruition 1 year. You understand what I said? She said, yes. All right, so you come into my office every day, and every day we're going to work on this plan. I said, 1 year, you're going to walk off that job, and you are going to be a blessing to so many people. Elder McGee, good to see you, all right? And then I told her, I said, listen, you're going to write books like me. You're going to have a channel like me, all right? And you're gonna have classes, and you're going to have this and that, like your father. And I'm like I showed your brother, I'm going to show you. That's right. I said, why you think I'll be here? I'm here all day long, okay? My lights are on, the gas is on, the water is on, and I paid the expenses. I got a car note. I got food. I got life insurance and car insurance and all this stuff. I got all this stuff. I said, baby girl, but you notice I never leave the house. She says, yeah, I noticed that. She said, you never leave the house. I said, no, my expenses. I can't. I'm getting ready to show her my expenses. I says, baby girl, my expenses are high every month, but I never leave the house, and I pay them on time. I don't play with my bills. She said, I see. I said, you know why I can do that? She says, why? Because I know how it works. I am an entrepreneur. I know how it works, and if I can go on Facebook and YouTube and teach other people how to be self-employed, why am I not showing it to you? I says, I waited because you were in college and you spent 4 or 5 years there, and I want you to focus on your college career, okay, your career, okay? And when you graduated, I says, all right, now it's time for me to pass down this wealth to you, all right? And so she said, Daddy, I'm coming home. I said, well, come home. You ain't got no rent. You ain't got no light bill. You ain't got no gas bill. You ain't got no water bill. And whenever you need the car, you can take it. I said, but the money that you're making on your job, keep it. Hold on to it. Don't spend it on nothing but other than necessities for you. Pay off your student loans. Pay off your credit cards. And live here rent-free. And let me help you build your wealth. And she was all smiles. Okay? I said, 1 year. 1 year. I said, what I'm doing to you is what my father did for his sons. He had this same conversation with us. He says, sons, I don't ever want y'all to work for nobody. And if you work for anybody, it's because you want to work, not because you have to work. And trust me, my brothers only work for, I think, only 2 brothers. I got only 2 brothers who work for somebody. And that's because they want to work for somebody. There's 9 people in my family. You don't understand? There's 9 siblings. Well, there's 8 siblings, but there's 9 people in my family. And only 2 that I can see in my mind got a boss. Only 2 got a boss. The rest of us make our own money. And that's how? Why? Because my father forbade us to work for anybody. You understand what I'm saying? So my daughter will always be self-sufficient, self-employed. She will be an entrepreneur. And y'all mark my words, come back to me 2021 in February, whatever the day is, and ask me, how's baby girl doing? And then I'm going to show you either her building, or I'm going to show you where she can just get up at 12 o'clock noon if she feel like it with her robe on. Because I wear my pajamas and my robe most of the time, and this is probably TMI, but I wear my robe and my pajamas all day long. When I ain't on Facebook Live, I'm in my office. I'm here all day. And my bills are paid. And if I see something getting ready to be due, let me pay this bill. I don't leave the house. Why? Because it wasn't always like this, y'all. It wasn't always like this. I struggled. I suffered. I went through. But we live in an information world right now. We live in an information world right now. Why is it? How could it possibly be that we live in an information world right now and information is the number one, the biggest seller of anything out there in the world? The biggest seller, let me turn this off because that's so loud. The biggest seller of anything is information. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? The number one, the biggest seller of anything is information. And you're not using information to make money? Something wrong with you. Ruth says, my daughter is a great writer, and she is trying to establish her own business. Any suggestions? Yes, Ruth. Inbox me, and I'll tell you. And let me tell y'all something. It's a slow process. You understand what I'm saying? Ruth, let me help you right here. It's a slow process. But if you do it now and give yourself 1 year, you will look back and say, thank God I started a year ago. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a slow process because many of you, I told y'all this 5 years ago when I launched my show in 2014. No, I launched the Sirwalterj show in 2010. I was telling y'all that in 2010, and many of you did not take my advice. And so now, this year, people ask me, hey, how do I? And I said, I told you to do this in 2010 when I started it. So now you want to ask me how to do it. You too many years behind. So now it's going to be a slower process for you, but patience. Rich people are rich because of patience. Wealthy people are wealthy because they use patience. They cut their cable. I cut my cable cord. I was paying $200 and something, up to almost $300 for a cable package. I said, Walter, how stupid is that? That you paying all this cable company this money and you watch about 3 stations. You watch 3 stations. 3. Maybe 4, and all those are news stations. But you can get them free by cutting the cord and go online. And so MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, the Bloomberg, all the business reports and all this stuff, I now get it for free on US.gov.tv, something like that. All those stations are free. You don't ever have to pay for cable ever again. All of the stations, even the premium stations, HBO and Showtime, free of charge on the internet. And it's not even in the dark web. It's right there on the internet. Then I got the Fire TV app, and then you can download apps, free apps, where I can watch all of the movies I want to watch. I ain't talking about old movies. I'm talking about movies that came out last year. And there's nothing illegal about it because it's right there. They would have shut it down. No, it's just, you just download free apps and there it is. I'm like, I'm paying all this money for this stuff. Why? I could take that $300 and invest it in myself. And that's what I did. I invested it in myself. It's a slow process. I told my brother Rodney Jones, listen, I had him teaching Sunday school on my show several years, for a couple years, Thursday night Sunday school. I said, Rodney Jones, you got something here going. I said, Rodney, you got something. He said, what? I said, brother, you got something. There's an audience out there who want to hear you. I said, start you a YouTube channel. Get you a YouTube channel, man, and put your shows up there and get people to subscribe and blah, blah, blah. All right? That was about 2 years ago. Right now, he's got about 15,000 subscribers. He get an average of about 15,000 views per Sunday school show. And then guess what? YouTube, what do? They send him a check. And then I think D'Amica, I don't know if she's here yet. He speaks well of you, D'Amica. He says, D'Amica told me, why don't I just sell my notes? I said, duh, man, she's right. Sell your notes. So he sell his notes for 99 cents. So now he makes, I ain't gonna tell you what he make, but now he makes enough money to suffice him to do a whole lot of things that he need to do by doing a Sunday school, do 2 Sunday school lessons a week. 2 Sunday school lessons a week. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. He do 8 shows a month. That's it. 8 YouTube shows, Sunday school shows a month. He's done. And he can shoot all 8 shows in a couple of days. He really can. He can do all 8 shows because we have the Sunday school book for the whole month. He could shoot the whole month in a couple days. The Steve Harvey show, Ellen DeGeneres show, all these shows, they don't just shoot once a week. They pre-shoot these shows. You understand what I'm saying? And he could take 3 days and shoot the whole month, and guess what he can do for the rest of the month? He can go to Miami. Okay? Or he could do something else in his business. I said, now, Brother Jones, now it's time for you to do some online courses and sell the courses and all these things, all right? All right? And that's the way it is. It's easy. But it's a slow process. It's a slow process. It took me a while to write this book. I couldn't write this overnight. It took me, Tennille is here, it took me how many months to write this book? But once I wrote it and uploaded it, now I don't even promote this book like I should be promoting it, but Amazon sends me a check every month. You understand what I'm saying? This show right here, I'm doing it right now. YouTube gonna pay me for this. They're gonna pay me when I get through talking. At the end of the month, YouTube gonna send me a check for that show, for this one right here. All right? But it didn't happen overnight. It took a while for me to build up my my subscribers. Took a while. Tennille said it took me 6 months. You understand what I'm saying? You can't just do this overnight. That's why I gave baby girl 1 year. She says, that was my goal, 1 year. I said, see, now we're thinking. We're on one accord. We're on one accord. And, right? And that's why God works in 2s and 3s. All right? You get somebody. You get you somebody who push you. Get you somebody who's your confidant. Get you a business partner. Not somebody, you don't have to be business in your business, but you get somebody who is your, what's the word I'm looking for? Someone who pushes you and motivates you. What is the word I'm looking for? You get somebody who does that. When you go out and work at LA Fitness and all these other places, okay? You shouldn't work by yourself. You should really get somebody who can push and motivate you. Get you a coach and something, okay? So it keeps you rooted and grounded. All right, I had a coach who coached me through this. She's right there. She coached me through the whole process. Thank you. Accountability partner. Get you an accountability partner. And she coached me through this whole process. Through this whole process, okay? And until I finished, she got on my nerves. I was burning the midnight oil. She peed me off. All right, we fussed and we fought and we scratched each other's eyes out. And guess what? This happened. That happened. You understand what I'm saying? Get you a partner who's going to push you. And in 1 year's time, trust me, you're going to look back at this show and say, yeah, Brother Jones, I remember when you said that, and here I am. Get somebody who push you, all right? And that's what my job is, to push you. So my job is to push my daughter. And I said, every day, baby girl, we're going to push this. All right? All right. Okay, Tennille said it was mutual. Yeah, because now I'm pushing Tennille. I'm pushing Tennille back. I'm pushing her hard, okay? I'm pushing her hard. And watch, y'all get ready for Tennille. Watch what's getting ready to happen in another few months. And then you're going to see what I'm talking about. Why? I owe that girl. I owe her for pushing me. She pushed me. And she wasn't the only one that pushed me, because if you look in the introduction or the acknowledgments, you see a whole bunch of names in here. These people pushed me hard, and then they were sending some money too. They were sending some money too. Okay? You okay? Look, it says backers. Who are my backers? Amber Rogers, Lisa Johnson, Lana Wright, Diane McDonald's, Tony McClain, Barbara Taylor, Ora Kennedy, Sharina Ramsey. I mean, it's a whole bunch of people in here. Annette Harris. Who else is in here? Some people I gave them a whole chapter. Okay. Lady Rochelle. Who else? Joyce A. Graham, of course. Okay. I put their names in here because they were due this. Of course, Tennille Jackson. All right. These and my parents, I gave them a big expose. And then all my brothers and sisters, their names in here. My children's name in here. Even my ex-wife is in here. The mother of my children, she's in here. I gave everybody a shout out who impacted my life in a positive way. So when these people help you, go back and get them and help them, build them up. All right. I thought we were talking about Snoop Dogg, but I wanted to end this in a nice note. Now it's time for lunch. It's 3 o'clock. Gotta go. I love y'all. Go to Amazon.com, get the book, and you'll hear everything that I was talking about in this book. Because get ready. I got 2 more releases this year and several more releases next year. I will be writing books until I can't write no more. Why? Because I'm an author now. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a blogger. I'm a YouTuber. And I'm a teacher. I'm all these things, and all of those are streams of income. Streams of income. You need to have at least 3 streams of income, at least 3. So if those of you who are only working on your 9 to 5, I'm begging you, don't let that be your only stream. That means one man or one woman, whoever your boss is, got you by the neck. And if they decide to do a layoff, you're gone. A firing, you're gone. Okay? The economy hits and stuff like that, you're gone. Because you ain't got nothing to fall back on. All right? Stop having one stream. You're like, I ain't got no time. You lying to yourself. I don't care if you work 10 hours a day. You lying to yourself. You do have time. Yes, you do. That is a sad excuse that the rich don't make that excuse. They don't make that excuse. I'm talking about before they became rich. They didn't make that excuse. And the rich, as wealthy as they are, they still get up at 4 and 5 in the morning. Yes, and they're done with their day by noon. Okay? They get up early and they go out and work out. They eat healthy. They do all these things. The wealthy do that. Poor people, no, they don't. Poor people do poor things. Wealthy people do things that poor people should do. Get up early. Take better care of your body. And what they do, they read a book every week. Rich people read a book every week. Some rich people read a book every day. They go in and they read the newspaper every day. They watch the market reports every day. Poor people don't read no books. They get up late. They eat unhealthy food. And they're sick. And then, of course, when they get sick and then they get hospital. Rich people don't have hospital bills. Okay? You know, they take care of their bodies. All right? So why do they do that? Because they are continuing pouring into their mentality. Rich people don't wear designer clothes. Rich people, I'm talking about wealthy people, they don't wear designer clothes. Poor people do. Wealthy people don't buy Air Jordans and all these stuff and all these. They don't buy those shoes. No. Rich people buy clothes that are boring. They're boring. But if they paid $300 for a shirt, it's because that shirt is going to last them forever. All right? They buy clothes that are quality, not name brand. They only buy quality clothes, and that's why they walk around with the same clothes. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. I saw Mark Zuckerberg in a suit one time. Once. Okay? And that's when he was in Congress, had him talking about Facebook and all that stuff. But what does Mark Zuckerberg wear all the time? What do Microsoft guy work? What's his name? Bill Gates. Well, you see him always wearing. You don't see them dressing like we dress. Thank you, Richard Young. So good to see you. Yes, sir. Poor people do poor things. Yes, Ruth. That's all they do. All right. So I know this went long, Amber. Amber, how long did this go? Let me hit it for you. Hour. All right. Poor people, stop. Start doing things that wealthy people do, and before you know it, you'll join forces with them. Because I can work on myself as well. My problem is I don't go to bed till 3 in the morning. All right? I don't go to bed 3 minutes. That's why I don't get up till after 10. Okay? Because I don't go to bed till 3. So the time that I go to bed, wealthy people are getting up. Their focus is on making money. That's it. That's why I don't watch BET. That's why I don't watch all that garbage on TV. I don't watch any of that garbage. I watch financial shows. I know what the market is doing. That's it. That's all I focus on. And all of the tabloids and all that entertainment news, y'all can watch that stuff. Not me. As for me and my house, we're going to be wealthy. All right, y'all. Hit the share button. Thumbs up. And subscribe if you can. And if the 21 of y'all left, hit the share button. You could teach your children something. They'll watch it on your wall and say, you know what? I'm going to do that. Just what Ella Jones did with his daughter, Rebecca. I'm going to do that for mine. You brothers out there, please, I adjure you, do this with your daughters and your sons. And trust me, they then will transfer their wealth to Generation Z because you did it for them. You understand? My daughter, I know she was sitting there thinking, when I have my children, this is exactly what I'm going to do. Gotta go. Love y'all. Bye.